Hello friends, today we are starting the exercise 2.2 of linear equation in one variable. In previous lecture we have completed the question number 5 of this exercise. Now we are starting the question number 6. So what is the question number 6? Three consecutive integers add up to 51. What are these integers? So here, what is meant by consecutive integers? So consecutive integer is nothing but back-to-back integers. Here 4 is the integer. So the consecutive integer is nothing but the next number of the next integer after 4 is nothing but 5, and after that 6. So we can say that these three integers are said to be the consecutive integers. Means here 7, 8 and 9. 7, 8, 9 are also called as the three consecutive integers. So here when we solve the question number 6, first of all, we consider the smallest consecutive integer is x. So here we write, let the three consecutive integers are, or integers be. First is smallest is x. Then what is the next? Obviously it is x plus 1, and last is x plus 2. If we look here if we consider the 7 as a x, what is the value of 8? So here 7 plus 1 is equal to 8, means the next integer is x plus 1. And what is the value of 9? The value of 9 is 7 plus 2. So we can write here x plus 2. So in this way, we consider the three consecutive integers are, first is x, after that x plus 1, and third is obviously x plus 2. So after that, what is the condition? So we write here according to condition. So condition is given. So what is the condition? These three consecutive integers are add up to 51, means their summation is nothing but 51. So we can write here x plus, second number is x plus 1, and third is x plus 2 is equal to 51. So first of all we add the variable. So what is variable here? X and x. X plus x is nothing but 3x, plus here what is the constant? Here 1 plus 2 is nothing but 3 is equal to 51. So we take the constant to the RHS. So here 3x as it is, and when we transpose this plus 3, it becomes minus 3, and we get 3x is equal to 51 minus 3 is nothing but 48. Now here 3 is multiplying. So we know that when multiplying transpose, it becomes divide. So we get the value of x is 48 upon 3. Now the number 48 is divisible by 3. So we write here 3 ones are 3. 1 is remaining. It become 18. 3 6 are 18. So we get the value of x is nothing but 16. So here our smallest consecutive integer is here 5. So after next integer is nothing but x plus 1 is equal to put the value of x. So what is the value of x is? X is nothing but 16 plus 1 is equal to 17, and x plus 2 is equal to 16 plus 2, which is equal to 18. So we can write here, thus the required 3 consecutive integers are here x is nothing but 16. After that x plus 1 is nothing but 17, and last one is 18. So in this way we complete the question number 6 of exercise 2.2. Now we are starting the question number 7. So first of all, what is the question number 7? So we read it. The sum of 3 consecutive multiples of 8. Here multiples are given, but here consecutive back-to-back multiples of 8 is given, and which are they? They are the summation of these 3 consecutive multiples is 888. So we have to find these multiples. So here first of all we consider the smallest consecutive multiples of 8 is x. So this is here, look here consecutive multiples of 8. If we consider the smallest multiples of 8 is x, so what is the next consecutive multiples of 8? It is nothing but x plus 8, and after that what is the next is x plus 8 plus 8 means which is nothing but x plus 16. So first of all we consider here. So we write here the solution number 7. Let the 3 consecutive multiples of 8r or 8b. First of all this is x, next is x plus 8, and last one is nothing but x plus 16. So what is the condition? We first write here according to given condition. So given condition is that the sum of these 3 consecutive integers of multiples of 8 is 888. So we write here x plus 8, and last one x plus 16 is equal to 888. So first of all we add the variable. So x plus x is nothing but 3x. Now 8 plus 16 is nothing but 24 is equal to 888. Now 24 is constant, so we first transpose it to the RHS. So we get 888 minus 24. So 888 minus 24 is equal to, this is the simple calculation. 8 minus 4 is nothing but 4. 8 minus 2 is 6, and 8 as it is. So we have 864. So 3x is nothing but, the value of 3x is nothing but 864. Now this 3 is multiplying. So when we transpose multiplication, it becomes divide, and we get the value of x is equal to 864 upon 3. Now the number 864 is divisible by 3 because the digits are divisible by 3. 4 plus 6 is equal to 10 and 8, 18. 18 is divisible by 3. So obviously whole numbers is divisible by 3. Here 3 to the 6. 2 is remaining. It become 26. 3 8 are 24. 2 remaining. It become 24. And again 2 8 are 24. So we get the value of x is nothing but 288. Now what happened? X plus 8. This is the next number. X plus 8 is equal to, what is the value? Put the value of x, which is nothing but 288 plus 8, which is equal to, here we know that 288 plus 8. 8 plus 8, 16, 1 is carry. So now 1 plus 8, 9 and 2 as it is. So here we get the value which is nothing but 296. Now x plus 16 is equal to 288 plus 16. So if we add this, so here 8 plus 6 is 14. 1 is carry. Here 8 plus 2 10. 1 is carry and 3. Here 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. So we get the value of x plus 16 is nothing but 304. So we write here thus the required consecutive multiples of 8 are, which are they? First is 288, second is 296 and last one is 304. So in this way we completed the question number 7 of exercise 2.2. So come to the question number 8. So what is the question number 8? First we read the question number 8. 3 consecutive integers are such that when they are taken in increasing order and multiplied by 2, 3 and 4 respectively, they add up to 74. Find this number. First of all, here 3 consecutive integers. In question number 6, also 3 consecutive integers. So first we consider these 3 consecutive numbers. So here what the solution of 8 is, let the 3 consecutive integers are, or you can say that B. First we consider x, second is obviously x plus 1 and third one is x plus 2. So now when they are taken in increasing order, so what is the increasing order? Increasing order means smallest to greatest, means ascending order. So what is the ascending order? This is x plus 1 and x plus 2. This is the ascending order, means smallest to greatest. After that means we write here according to condition. We first of all take this at ascending order. So here x, second one is x plus 1 and third one is x plus 2. We first take ascending order. This is the ascending order. After that, and multiplying by 2, 3, 4 respectively. So first of all, we multiply by 2. After that, multiply by here 3, and last one by 4 respectively. They add up to, add means here, they add up to 74. So this is the given condition. So now we solve this bracket. So 2 into x is nothing but 2x plus, first we multiply this 3 into x means 3x, and after that 3 into 1 plus, as it is 3 1s are 3 plus here 4 into x, 4x plus 4 into 2, 4 2s are 8 is equal to 74. Now we add the variables. So 2x plus 3x plus 4x. So 2x plus 3x, 5x plus 4x, 9x. So we get 9x plus 3 plus 8, 3 plus 8, 11 is equal to 74. Now we transpose this 11. So we get 9x is equal to 74 minus 11, which is equal to, here 4 minus 1 is 3 and 7 minus 1 is 6. So we get 9x is equal to 63. After that, now here 9 is multiplying. 9 is multiplying. When we transpose this multiplying, it becomes divided, and we get the value of x is equal to 63 upon 9. So we know that 9 sevens are 63. So we get the value of x is 7. Here the next consecutive number is x plus 1 is equal to 7 plus 1, which is equal to 8, and here x plus 2 is equal to 7 plus 2 is equal to 9. So in this way we write here, thus the required 3 consecutive integers are first is x, which is nothing but 7, second is x plus 1, which is nothing but 8, and last one is x plus 2, which is 9. So in this way we completed the question number 8 of exercise 2.2. So please note it in your notebook. After that, the question number 9. So please concentrate on question number 9. First of all, we read the question number 9. The ages of Rahul and Harun are in the ratio of 5:7. So when the ratio is given, so we consider the ages, or we consider the variable in this form. Means here, first of all, we write here the question number, solution number 9. So the present age, we consider the, in ages problem, we consider the present age as a x. So in the form of x. So here we write here the ages of, or let the ages of Rahul and Harun be, first is 5, so 5x, and second one is 7, so 7x. Let the ages, or here present ages, present ages of Rahul and Harun be 5x and 7x. So 4 years later. So 4 years later means after. we write here after 4 years. After 4 years, what happened? So the age of Rahul, it become first of all present plus 4 means 5x plus 4, and obviously age of Harun is present is 7x plus 4. After that, 4 years later, the sum of their ages will be 56. So here we write according to given condition or condition. So आता इधर in this way, so their summation after 4 years, the sum of their ages means the after 4 years the ages is given. So here 5x plus 4, this is the age of Rahul after 4 years, plus 7x plus 4, this is the age of Harun after 4 years. Their sum will be 56. So we write here is equal to 56. First of all, we add the variable. So 5x plus 7x, and after that the constant which is nothing but 4 plus 4 is equal to 56. Here 5x plus 7x is nothing but 12x plus 4 plus 4, 8 is equal to 56. Now 12x as it is, and this 8 plus s transpose to the RHS will become minus 8. Here 56 minus 8 is nothing but 48. And we here 12 is multiplying, and we know that when multiplying transpose it become divide. So 48 is divisible by 12. Here 12 ones are 12 and 12 fours are 48. We get the value of x is equal to 4. Now we have to find the present age of Rahul and Harun. So we can write here present age of Rahul is equal to, what is the present age of Rahul? This is 5x. So 5x is equal to 5 into what is the value of x is 4, which is equal to 5 4s are 20 years. After that, present age of Harun is equal to 7x, here 7 as it is, and put the value of x which is nothing but 4. 7 4s are 28 years. So please note in your notebook. In this way we completed the question number 9. So now we are starting the question number 10. So now we are starting the question number 10. So the number of boys and number of girls in a class are in the ratio of 7:5. The number of boys is 8 more than the number of girls. What is the total class strength? So again the question in the form of ratio. So first we consider the ratio as, so the solution of question number 10 is, let the number of boys and the number of girls be, here first is 7, so 7x and 5x respectively. So after that, the condition is given. The number of boys is 8 more than the number of girls. So we write here according to condition. First of all, we know that the number of boys is 7x and number of girls is 5x. So condition is the number of boys is 8 more than. So 8 more than. So when we equivalent this equation, when this equation is equivalent, so if we add 8 girls on this 5x, so here the equation become 7x is equal to 5x plus 8. So now it is very easy to solve. 7x as it is and 5x transpose, it become minus 5x is equal to 8. 7x minus 5x is nothing but 2x is equal to 8. Then x is equal to 8 upon 2. So 2 1s are 2 and 2 4s are 8. We get the value of x is 4. Here value of x is nothing but 4. Now number of boys is equal to, here number of boys 7x, so 7x, put the value of x which is nothing but 4. 7 4s are 28 and number of girls is equal to 5x, here 5x which is nothing but 5 into, put the value of x which is 4, 5 4s are 20. But in the question, what is, we have to find the total class strength, means the number of boys plus number of girls. So we write here, therefore total class, here total class strength is equal to 28 plus 20 which is equal to 48 students. So in this way we completed question number 10. So in today's lecture we are completed the question number 6 to question number 10. Thank you.